Ah, the sweet smell of science. Zorga Fantôme is the Brandt Gate reimagining of Zorga in the new Divine Z arc. Rather than combining orders to perform an alchem magic, this Zorga instead focuses on combining units themselves in Alchemix to create a powerful 4th attack using its archetypal token. The units you combine are the Genome gels, weak-ish units on their own, but they can recur with Zorga's Phantom skill and their own skills to give the token some additional power, critical, and even lets you draw cards. Since your board is going to be full of these gels, Zorga's rearguard support comes in the form of units that move from your hand to the order zone, proccing effects like additional power-ups and even countercharge. Here's what the deck's Persona right turn could look like, assuming only 2 Crimson Moons are bound by this point. Bind Vortex Prober to give 5000 power to the token and Cranial Wing. Then, if caught by its own effect, Cranial Wing this turn hits for 38,000 boosted by Lapdog. If Bite Engraver is caught by its effect as well, it swings for 43,000 boosted by a 20,000 token. Zorga then swings boosted by Hendrina for 43,000 with Triple Drive, performing the Alchemix in the process to bring Ubermensch to the front row. In the Alchemix process, Ubermensch gains 10,000 power from Bite, 5,000 from Zorga, and you can draw up to 2 cards if you have the Counterblast to spare with Lapdog, and a critical from Cranial Wing. In doing so, Flesh and Bone Tearing calls herself from the drop zone to boost the token for a 58k double critical attack, assuming you've pulled 0 triggers. If you ask me, it's really not so bad. The deck has some pretty thorough ways to recur units and cycle through the deck with its researchers and mill cards. The Genome's non-Alchemix effects are all online early game. This means early game you can set up with the Lapdog and recur both Cranial Wing and Bite Engraver so that you can poke your opponent down before you make it to that aforementioned Persona right turn. While the deck can scale with Vortex Prober and Zorga's own power skill, it's a little slow for a deck that doesn't have a lot of innate defensive utility, unlike Stoichia Zorga, which had the means to play a grind game to achieve its own scaling. Whether or not you agree with this on principle, this is likely going to be a deck that aims to win by filtering and then triple driving into Valnot and sticking it on the token. Is that a scammy way to win? Maybe. Will you have to face the fact that that is probably going to happen to you? Yes. I'm a little less optimistic about this than I was Blank the Mire, but I know from experience that Zorga takes a very specific kind of person to push it to the next level, so I will leave this in the hands of those mad scientists to experiment.